Okay, ladies, I think I have everything where I can get to it easily. Let's hope so. I brought you in a little closer so that you could see better what I'm doing. Um, I have been unable to figure out how to zoom in and out yet because it says it won't do it in this mode, but I'll figure that out later. So right now I just like put the camera at a certain point so that hopefully it'll work for you guys and you may be able to zoom it in and out on your side. So the first thing I want to say is that you have a little bag in your kit and it has all the pieces for all the cards, anything that is little. Yours actually has more in it because it has some more strips like this in it. But I suggest pouring out this bag into some sort of little bowl or something and to keep it ready so that you can get what you need but not get them lost in your bag or on your work surface. So I have this little bowl and I've put my little pieces in there and that's what I suggest, and I'm going to put mine off camera. The first card, I'm going to take them out of the plastic so you can see them better. The first card that we are going to do is this candle card, if I can get it out of here. This card, we're going to do this one first. And so, you know what? I still don't know whether I am doing it. Anyway, we're going to do this card first. I promise I will watch it back and see if I'm holding it upside down or for me, it's right side up like this. So it would be awesome if it were that way for you, but I think it might be like this. Hush up and teach the class, Donna. Okay, so for this class, you all have a card base, or you guys have a full card base. Because you have a different color of blue background. This is made quite some time ago, and I had both pink and blue backgrounds. I tried to keep everything in the kits, like if you got a blue kit, it would all be this blue. If you got a pink kit, it would all be the pink. But there were just a couple of instances where somebody in blue or pink had to take the dark color, which is what I have. So I have the only kit that was pretty much all dark stuff. So my background paper is going to be a little different from yours. Yours is lighter and matches the papers better. So I am going to put this on here for my card base. And mine is going to open like this because it's just easier for taking pictures, but yours will open the regular card way. So I'm going to get this on here really quick so it is where it belongs. This is something nobody but me in the world ever does anymore, I think, but I like when I put something down, I like the very corners to stay down. I hate it when I see them popping up, and so I put one of these little tabs in the square of each one, and then I use my tape runner for the rest of it. Okay, so this goes a little bit over what I will be doing. I'm not going to do it now on camera, but you see there's a little bit of white around the edges because the sizes aren't exactly perfect, and so I'm going to cut those off, but I'll do it off camera. Okay, so then you guys all have, I'm going to take you through one card, and you have everything to make the first card. Let me put this over here where you can see it. But I had more of these candles and flames. So I gave each one of you an extra candle and an extra flame, and so that you can do 2 cards. I even gave you 2 of these. This is the embossed background. So that you can make your second one. So for your second one, you have a candle, a flame, and a embossed piece. So that's what you have for your second one. And I am going to put this on here for my first one. Okay, so there we go. That is my card base ready. And so now you're going to take one of your candles. You can do whichever one you like. And you're going to put your little candle flame. I'm going to put my extra candle flame in my dish. And you're going to put some adhesive on the very back here of your candle and attach your flame to it. I'm going to do that with some liquid glue because this is glitter paper it's going on to. So I think the liquid glue will hold it better. So I'm gonna have to let it dry first before I can lift it up because it doesn't like glitter paper. There we go. So now you have your candle. And some of you may have this on the back in any of the pieces because those were things that were in the original kit to put it together the way they did. If you want to just take those off, you have some free adhesive on the back there. I have 2 pieces on mine. So I'm just going to put, oh, you know what? Actually on this, I want to take my, on this particular one, where have you hidden it from yourself, Don? I'm going to take my embossing buddy stuff because I could have left that on or, but we're going to pop this up. So I need to make it not sticky so that I can put my pop dots where I want them. There, that'll be fine. All right, so then you're going to pop it up. I'm going to do mine with some tape. If I can get the one I want. Let's just use this one. Okay, so we're going to pop it up. Oh, look at there, piece already cut. So I'm going to put this right down the middle, and I'm going to be sure to put it over this part where my flame went, because that's going to help hold the flame to the candle. So I need to put a little bit more down here because I've got that sticky strip too much. And then you want to put some up on your candle as well. And you can use whatever pop dots or foam tape, whatever is your favorite to use. Okay, so now we have this popped up, and I've already made a mistake. I shouldn't have put this on yet. So watch this video before you attach yours, because I forgot I got to put some brads through, and I don't want the brads to go through my entire card. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and attach my candle down here. So let's get this stuff off. And my candle is going to go right down here in the center, like so. And now we will put, now Tanya has sticky on hers because she put it on too soon. I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat so that I can poke the holes for my Celebrate with my tool here, which I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. So then you have already pre-stamped for you the word Celebrate. So you can put this anywhere along here that you like. Mine on my original is a little crooked, and I kind of like that, so I think I'll do it again. I wish I had put this with the white at the bottom though. Maybe if I put it, I'll put it right there and say that that's wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this where I want it to be first. And then on my piercing mat, I'm going to put holes where you have 2 little gold brads in your kit. And I'm going to put holes where I want those to be. So about right there. and about right there. Then in my little bowl, I have 2 of my little golden stars. And so I'm going to put a golden star into each one of these little holes. And open it up on the back. This is why you shouldn't have put it down yet, because you don't want this to show on the inside of your card. I can't even get it to separate. Well, we're going to just do all of them in one direction then. Don't be difficult with me. Okay, one more little golden star is going to go right here. See if this one wants to open for me. There we go. That one opened nicely. Okay, so that's all there is to the front of your card. And now is the point when you should go ahead and put it on the front of your card. So I'm going to have to add a little more adhesive. In fact, you know what I usually do when I have anything like this? I usually put a glue dot behind there or something extra where that is to go ahead and hold that more firmly. So I'm going to put some 2-sided tape over each one of those brad places, just like that. And so then I'm just going to take this release paper off. And add some more adhesive on the edges to make sure that I have enough left from my mistake of the first place. And oh, that's right. So, and now it's going to go on here. So and I will be trimming off the extra white around the edges off camera, but that's all there is to this first card. And you guys, all you have to do is add a card base and something to go across here, and so you have this, and this to be able to make another card. So that's card number 1 finished. So you can see the difference. Some of you will have pink and some of you will have blue. But none of you should I don't think any of you will have the dark blue at this point. Okay, so I'm going to put all these things aside. And the next card, I'm trying to go in the order I have them in your kits, which would make the next card this one. I'm going to take it out of the plastic once again. Because depending on how I hold it, the plastic will glare on the camera. So okay, so this is our next card. Again, some of you will have blue and some of you will have pink. This is an original card, and this is where I'm going to give you my first thing about. There are a couple of things in this kit that you need to give me a little grace for. I'm very sorry, but because of this epidemic we're having, 2 things. I ran out of white cardstock, so I ordered some to have for my classes, and I normally work on 65-pound cardstock is what I normally have in all my kits for you. So I ordered some online, and I ordered 90-pound cardstock, and it came, and it's just too thin. It's not like computer paper. It's kind of like heavyweight computer paper, but it's way thinner than we would normally use for our cards. But I just need a little grace on that. Your white card bases are going to be very slim. Maybe it won't bother you, but if it does, you might have some white cardstock in your stash that you want to replace my card bases with. And if you do, what I'm going to use that thinner cardstock for, like I say, it's heavier, but it's not as heavy as I like for the card base. So I'm going to use it for stamping greetings on and stuff like that, where it doesn't have to hold up, because it's actually, greetings would be put on something else. So So that's my little spiel about that. Oh, and the other reasons, which is why I brought it up now, is because I have sorely depleted my ribbon supply by making all the kits I've been making. And so you may not have the most wonderful ribbon for this part. Uh, Thinking back now, I should have just cut a paper one for you guys instead of this. And if I remember about it and can throw it into the kits, I'll go ahead and do that for you, because it would have been easier for me to find a piece of paper that matched the colors than ribbon. I went to my ribbons and I was like, uh-oh. I do have ribbon still. I just didn't have ribbon that matched this well. So I'm going to set, this was the original card I did back when I was doing the paper pumpkin kit. And again, you guys will have either blue or pink. There was only one dark blue, so I put that in my kit so that you guys would all have either pink or blue. So these words on mine, I went ahead and stamped right on my card because I have the stamps here. But I did not do that on each one of your cards. You guys all have a kind of like this. Let me pull. This isn't the one, but I have done these greetings on. In fact, this is that cardstock. See, it's not computer paper, but it's not thick either. So the one for this one will have happy birthday, and it'll have to you, and it will have treat yourself, you deserve it. It will have all those on it, so that you can cut the to you out in a strip and put it across there. You can put this in a strip and put it across there, and then your birthday is going to go, you have this, and it's going to go right back here. So you want to position your birthday in there in this little window. So you can see mine is too big. So I'm going to cut some off the edge here, and I'm going to position it in my window. So I'm either holding this right side up for you guys or wrong side. I hope I'm not making you guys stand on your head to watch this video. So that's where I want it. So I'm just going to take out a couple pieces of Scotch tape and get it stuck there where it belongs. If I were doing a scrapbook page, I would never have done this, but because that's not acid free. But my card doesn't need to be acid free. If yours does, you can just use something else. You could use some two-sided tape. So now that my birthday is back there, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the front of my card. Yours will not be this color because, like I say, mine is a different color from anything that you may have gotten. I'm putting this flat down, but it could totally be popped up if you liked. Let's do that just for fun on this one. This is totally flat. So let's put this aside and get some foam tape here. Here we go. So I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of here. Another thing I've been doing, in fact, I'm going to show you guys that. I have something else coming to try that I'm kind of excited about. No, I'm just going to use my tape again. Sometimes on pieces like this, I have been putting a solid piece of fun foam behind there, which is what I was going to do, but I've hidden it. Oh no, here it is. So you can use tape or you can use fun foam, but I saw a lady. I'm going to do this video in two parts because otherwise you'll be on here as long as you would be in class. So I'm going to do this for this one, but I saw a lady, so I've ordered some. I was watching a video and she did her pop-up with the packing paper. This one is a little thinner than it would. This is a piece of the stuff that comes from a close to my heart stamp set. There's a piece of this in every single one, and I've used this to pop something up to test it, and I like how it works. It's very thin. Now what I have coming from Amazon is a little thicker than this, but instead of, it's a thing that you can do instead of fun foam. So that hasn't arrived yet. So for today, I'm going to use fun foam. So I need that to be about 2.5, because you want it to be a little bit smaller than the front of your card. And this needs to be about 5 1/8, somewhere around there. So we're going to do it just like that. I think I should have cut just a tiny bit more off of that. You don't want this sticking out from behind, but it's a way to, like, because if I use foam tape, it either can dent a little bit in the middle, or you'd have to put more foam tape up the middle just to keep it solid. So this is an option that you have. Man, I am just being really stingy with what I'm cutting off here, apparently. This has got to be it. Okay. In fact, that could have been a little longer. Oh, Tannerey. Anyway, so then with you can use your tape runner, or you can use liquid glue, and you're going to put this in, so that raises the entire card up. I said liquid glue, and I thought you better put your pin back in your liquid glue, Tana. There. Because I didn't wet my glue holder before I started class. Some of you have gotten this from me. This is a glue holder. I still have some if you hadn't, but it's wonderful. So, the lady I bought them from said she just put a piece of damp paper towel under here every time, and I wanted it to just be a little more permanent, so I put a piece of my chamois underneath in there. And so then when you have this, while you're working, all you have to do is turn this upside down, and it hits the wet stuff of your paper towel or your chamois, and it keeps it from drying up, so that while you're working, you don't have to keep putting the pin in and out. But I didn't get this wet before I started. That's one that you do have to wet, like, each time that you start working, because it's not enclosed in anything, and so it dries up because it's exposed to the air. So I feel so crazy being on film and not saying anything. But I guess you guys don't need to, like, hear me in incessant chatter. All right, so now we're going to put this whole thing could have been popped up too, but I'm just going to, I like it. I recommend it. Okay, so I'm going to put some tape runner back here. Again, this could also be liquid glue. I just found on a couple of things that I put the liquid glue on for the fun foam, I put too much, and the paper, some of the paper underneath it buckled because it was too wet. So I'm like, I need to be more careful when I'm putting on fun foam. So now you have this whole piece. I need to put there are some places that I missed with the tape runner, so that it's not holding on. Now, if that buckles, I'm going to be mad at myself, but I don't think I put too much. I was rather generous when I did it for the first time, and I didn't need to be that generous. So now this is going to go onto your card front. And again, I'm going to have to cut some of mine off. My original, when I was looking at it, I thought that was just the envelope, but my original actually had some white showing on the outside edges as well. Let me see. I don't really think I need it though, so I'm just going to put this whole card front on. Again, here I go with my silly corners. thankfully, these are still, this and the dots that went along with it were like the thing for a while. And I don't think anybody in the world ever uses them but me. So they may not be available forever and ever. But for right now, I can still buy those things and I still like them. Like I say, I only use them on the corners of things now, the tabs. I still use the removable dots for when I'm attaching really thin paper, not cardstock weight. All right, so there's the front of your card. And then this is going to go, I don't even have any ribbon in my kit. That's how I was like, I gave every piece of ribbon that I had to you guys to use, anything that could possibly be used. So I am going to go ahead and put this on, but I won't be able to put ribbon on mine yet. And I wish I had this yellow paper out here. No, I wouldn't want yellow anyway. I would want, probably want pink ribbon for this. Oops, I didn't do this part. Just one more professional video from your crazy red hen here. So what I'm saying, I see this on the floor. This would not be the color I'd want to use, but see, we could do it with a strip of pink paper instead, which I don't have anything lying out here, but it's not that gold wouldn't work, but see, we could put a strip of pink paper over here and then come up with a way to do a little paper knot. Anyway, I'm going to try and cut some pieces of paper to add along the side of you guys' kits. Like if you have a pink kit, then I would put pink there. Anyway, so that's all there is to this card except for adding the ribbon, which I don't have. So you can use the ribbon that I put in there, but believe me, I am not offended at all if you think, what in the world was she doing putting that ribbon in here? But I got as closely as I could. And so that takes care of that card. Now we're going to go on to my little bus. It's so cute. But if it were something about school, it would be cute to leave it. But it could also be a van. So this is your taxi taking your kids back and forth to school consistently. Again, this was the original card, and I no longer had these little things. They were in the original kit. And so I have replaced it with brads for you guys. So, and you have, I had mine out here before. Here it is. You have one of these, and it's printed with happy birthday for you to cut out and put on there. So you're going to start with your card base, which should be navy, and then there are a couple of different backgrounds. This is the one that's in my kit, but yours may be this, or it may be something a little different. I'm going to get rid of a little bit of, there are some, there's a little, I don't need this under me anymore. Nope, yes I do, I'm going to put in brads. There's a little bit of some white stuff sticking out here, and I don't want it to be there, so I'm going to get rid of it. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and put this base down on the card, because the brads are going to be behind the van. We're going to call it a van, unless you drive a bus. But if you're going to use it for a child, it would be cute as a bus. I did one, I don't know whatever happened to it, but I did one where I put some little heads in here. So that's something you could think about if you